Hello, Ralph Davella. Today I'm going to talk about Caruso's 6 notes. Now I've done videos on these 6 notes before, but I think it's time that somebody to really explain the 6 notes. This is probably one of the most talked about exercises of all time. Any trumpet teacher at any period of time. So I'm going to go over the 6 notes and don't forget now, I took lessons with Caruso for many years growing up and beyond that. And before I took lessons from Caruso, I took lessons from one of his students. So I've been doing these 6 notes, and I don't want to exaggerate. I might have been 12 years old when I started doing these 6 notes. So it's a lot of years. I have a lot to say about the 6 notes, and I'm going to explain it to everybody and why he did the 6 notes and why he did each part of the 6 notes the way he did the 6 notes. So let's see here. I'm going to put these 6 notes up on the screen. Where are they? Here they are here. I'm going to just put them up on the screen for a minute so you can look at them. These are the 6 notes in case you want to write them down. For most of you know them. And we're going to talk about all the different things. Why you play the 6 notes to why you play them. Why is the 4-beat rest before it? Why do you start the first note with air, no tongue, and then lightly tongue the second, and then the last one you end it with a coup? And I'm going to explain all this, and so if you're interested in this, stay tuned, and we'll go over every single thing, the reasons why the 6 notes were the 6 notes. I think I want to start with talking about how he wanted it, how physically, embouchure-wise, he wanted you to play this. So when you would play this, you would you would take your first breath in. You could take it in through your mouth. You could take it in through your nose. But once you put the mouthpiece on your lips, now once it's on there, you're going to play the 6 notes from the G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C. You're going to do that, and you're going to do it twice. Those 2 beats. 2 beats, 4 beats. Playing the G's, 2 beats, 2 beats, 4 beats. Now you're going to leave that mouthpiece on until you complete the exercise 2 times. Now some people that may take a month, a year. It takes time to do that. It's not easy. Some people can't get it. But with practice you do get it. All right, well, that's not the point of the video here. I'm trying to explain to you how it's done and why it's done. Alright, so that's the first thing we're talking about, is putting the trumpet on your lips and not taking it off. So, what's the purpose of that? And that's what this video is about. What is the purpose of each thing that we do in the 6 notes? And why these 6 notes? Some people call them magic, some people call them miracle. Doesn't matter, it's an exercise and why it works so well. Now you're leaving this trumpet on. Now, once you put it on, we're not going to take it off the lips and breathe in through the mouth. We're going to leave it on, breathing in through the nose. Now, why are we doing that? The reason that we're leaving it on, there's a bunch of reasons for that. First reason is we're keeping the corners firm. Not saying to keep them so firm that it's so stiff, just firm enough where you get a little bounce back in the corners when you squeeze it. And that's the more important thing than keeping pressure on your lips, because when you're done with, let's say, the G, it's not, you don't need to keep the pressure on your lips. You just need to keep your setting the same, keep your corners the same. And after you're done repeating that 2 times, this gets a big workout. So the muscles here, they get a big workout, and it builds strength. Now that's one thing. But the other thing with this is that you leave it on and don't move anything. It teaches you how to play in one setting. Because a lot of people, you'd be surprised, it's not just when you go from a low C up to a high C that the setting changes. Setting can change in a half a tone. It could be G to A or G to G sharp, where your setting changes a little bit. So he's trying to teach you how to play in one setting, and if the setting changes a little bit as you're doing this, that's okay. You're just changing a minimal amount of movement. So, and that leads me to, I guess, the next thing I want to talk about is the timing. And people say, well, what's so important about the timing on this simple exercise? Well, if you see on the exercise, let's see where it is. There it is. There's a 4-beat rest before the exercise starts. Now, why is that? That's because we're going to count 4 before the exercise starts to set the timing. And setting the timing is so important because as things do change from that G to the C, even though we're trying not to let them change to as little as possible, the timing is important because any change that takes place in a set timing, and that helps you as you're playing in your regular music. So what we're going to do is count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4 in between each notes. But he didn't have you count 1, 2, 3, 4. He would have you teach you, and as you were able to do it, you were counting 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Now you broke it down very precisely this way. So let's say we're playing the G, 1E and a 2E and a, then we go to the G sharp, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a da, 2E and a 3. So very precise. And so that precision is very important in these 6 notes. It helps coordinate all the muscles. All right, that's going to lead me to my next point. The next point I would like to make is why did he tell you to breath attack the first note? Let's talk with the G. Breath attack the first G, which is 2 beats. The second 2 beats, a light tongue attack, and then the next measure, which is 4 beats, so it's G, G, and G, is you pronounce ku like your triple tongue, tu tu ku tu tu ku tu tu ku. So the last one is ku. So again, it's 2 breath attack. Let me show you on here. Again, let me show you on here. Now this isn't in my words. This is in his words. So first attack on the G is a breath attack. That's what the B stands for. Second is a light tongue, a light tongue attack, and the third one is ku. All right, now I'll explain that to you why he did that. All right, now what's so important about that? First thing, the breath attack. What he wanted you to do here is let your lips get into a natural focus. So if you tongue it, which is nobody's saying anything bad about tonguing it, but for this exercise, you wanted the lips go into a natural focus. So if you breath attack and not tonguing, your lips have to come into the right proper shape and proper form, proper distance for it to vibrate and the note to come out. So he didn't want that note being forced out. This is a natural exercise. He wanted the note coming out naturally as possible. So sometimes when you start with a breath attack, the note wouldn't come out, but then it would just come out beautifully once the lips found the proper spot to be in for everything to vibrate. So he wanted he didn't want that to be forced. So on every one of these 6 notes, the first is a breath attack. Now the second one is a light tongue attack. Didn't want it heavy because he didn't want you to disturb the natural setting of the breath attack. So it's a light tongue attack. And the 2 also helps the embouchure get a little cushion. Now on the third one, it's a ku. And the reason he's doing the ku on the third one is he's trying to get everything in there for you. A breath attack, a tongue attack, and a ku attack. And on all 3 of them, this is sort of the next point mixed in with this one, is you has to be continuous air. So when you're playing the first breath attack and then the second tongue attack and then the ku, you're not stopping. It has to be continuous air. That's why he's putting the ku on the last one. He wants you to be able to do that with continuous air. Some people do ku on the trumpet and they stop their ear and you don't get a good attack that way. So it's breath attack, tongue attack, and the last one is ku for 4 beats. So that I guess takes care of that part where it's continuous air. And of course you have to take a nice breath before you start these things. And again, in between we're counting 4 beats and we're counting them 1, 2, 3 and 4E and play. So I always do that 4E and on the last beat of the rest. And we're breathing in real nice through our nose, taking a nice breath in. Not so much that we choke ourselves. Nice natural breath in. Alright, so we've got quite a few things covered so far. A few more to go. When playing the 6 notes, we play it as far as we can. We may be able to do it one time, and we may second time, let's say you only make it to the A sharp. Well, then you take it off, rest for 15-20 seconds, put it back on, and continue to the end. Eventually you'll be able to do both times without stopping. I want to clear up one more thing that people are always talking about. I mean, I read about this a lot. Some people say play it first thing of the day. Some people don't play it first thing of the day. Well, you can play it any time during the day, but he wanted you to play it at the beginning when you first started playing. Some people really need to just to get their lips blood circulating. So it's okay to do some other things first. Exercise just to get your blood circulating, and as long as it's not too much, because you basically wanted this to be the first thing that you do. Now the reason for that is that felt as though this sets up your embouchure. Even though you're going to probably manipulate your embouchure a little bit and do certain things with it, he wanted this to be as natural as possible, so you play it the way he said. But he feels as though it really sets up your blood circulation, the way you're going to play, how you feel, how long you can play, get everything in the right spot. And if you play this before you play anything else, or before you play too much other stuff, it will set you up, your embouchure up, to be playing right for the rest of the day. Now at first, when you first start doing this and you start playing it, it's actually, it tires you out a little bit. So because you are using those muscles, you are keeping the corners the same, you know, so it actually tires you out. But after you build up the strength to play this thing twice, and you can play it first thing in the morning, first thing that you play, it sets up your embouchure. Now it sets up your embouchure the same every day. That's an important point, because you know how people say, trumpet players, I play good today, I play bad tomorrow, or I play great, and I play bad, I play this, I play that. Well, every day is different. Well, every day is different, but we want to try to get the days good as best we can, because what if we're playing jobs every day or every week? We don't want to say, okay, I'm playing bad today. So this sets up your embouchure the same every day, and it's going to get you as close as you can get to playing the same every day, and to be able to play well every day. That's the reason for the 6 notes. In conclusion, we went over everything, so I'm not going to go over everything again. I hope I didn't leave everything out. I did write down a few notes. You know, I'm doing it by memory. And again, these aren't so much my words. This is what he told me. So I would ask him, and he would tell me why we're doing it. And so I'm just trying to put his words, you know, talking through him. So I'm doing the best I can with that. And it won't hurt to go over this video again and just get these points, because these points are important points. And it's all about the 6 notes and how you play the 6 notes, not just playing the 6 notes. When I was real young, and just one little story, when I was real young and playing the 6 notes, I would lay in bed and play the 6 notes, because there were the 6 notes, and I thought that was going to make me better. So it could be 6 o'clock in the morning, 10 or 12 o'clock at night, I'd be laying in bed playing the 6 notes. So when you're a kid, you do a lot of crazy things. So the important thing is to play this thing right, play the 6 notes right, know what you're doing, and then the 6 notes will become part of your everyday playing, I believe. So thank you for watching this. I hope I put a video out that maybe really not out there. This is the first time for this information. And thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and hope to see you again soon. Thank you.